You mean the world to this person, and they are missing you something terrible right now. Gemini, this is a reading for you. I'm posting this Sunday, the 27th at 2, but you could be watching it at any time. It's a timeless reading. Roses are red. Welcome to my channel. Like, subscribe if you're new here. Okay, so my intro is all over the place. I'm trying something new, but this is some energy that I'm going to be sitting on for a couple of days. We are in day 3 of this energy, and the playlist is going to be called A Pity Party or A Crybaby's Pity Party. Like, already I'm off of that energy, but it's definitely something that it started off being a pity party, but somebody is coming up out of that misery and turning it into something new. Because I'm seeing someone who rose up from the darkness, and someone specifically realize that that's not where they belong. Regardless, they wanted you to stay there and you chose to rise up. But that's the vibe here. And also there's someone that's trying to trace you and track you, but they just don't know how, because you're moving too fast for you're moving way too fast for them. So let's pray over this energy. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. I love that prayer. Okay, so we have Gemini. You mean the world to this person, and they are missing you something terrible. So it's something about your energy that they are missing. And this, I feel like this is somebody from the dark. This is somebody from a place that you left. You might have even went all the way down to the bottom, and now they're begging for you because you're rising back up, and they're begging for you. I'm not exactly in this energy. I don't exactly feel this, but I'm seeing this. So I don't know. Maybe this is not something you're resonating with, or this is someone you're cross watching for, like someone going down and going up, or maybe this is someone you could be experiencing that has bipolar or something like that, and you can recognize it as a symptom. So let's get into it. It says, oil for the light, spices for anointing oil, and for sweet incense, onyx stones, and stones to be set in the epod and the breastplate. So I'm just reading random pieces of random scriptures, and that's what stood out to me. Onyx, the stone that people use to absorb negative energy. I'm not sure, but it's a very, very black, dark stone that is attractive. So a lot of people use this spiritually to attract negative energy. So if you're someone who's in the spotlight, this could be something you can consider using if you don't exactly want all of this attention, or you don't want negative attention, like people using negative watchers or cross watchers or monitoring spirits, whatever the case may be. It's like it has a reverse effect. He leadeth counselors away spoil, and maketh the judges fools. So we have judges here being fools. So it definitely feels like someone is judging you. I'm seeing someone in a pageant being judged, but this person is their life, the way they live. People consider them to be beautiful. People think they're superstars, or like a model. Someone's saying you're an effing model. But they don't see you as being a model to wearing this handbag, or a model to wearing these shoes or these clothes. It's your life. It's the way you live your life. And also, people are meant to be copying a model. They're supposed to be the ideal, even though they're so high up, because most of them are tall or taller. But I feel like whoever this is like, you're so far beyond this person's reach, or whoever's going to pull you back down into their energy. You're so much higher that they no longer see you as someone that they can impersonate or copy. I just saw jealousy here, but it says Jerusalem. Okay, so, but we will give ourselves continually to prayer and to ministry of the word. Or maybe this is something you're going through, like someone you might have idolized in the past who has just risen so far above you, or maybe even you might feel, but they're just on their own trail. Again, I'm getting bipolar energy. Like this person goes above and beyond, and then they also sink to the lowest depths. Like you just can't follow them everywhere they go. The reason why they go up so high is because they go so extremely low, and they may have extremely low self-esteem on some days that you would never ever stoop to those levels of depression. And then you see them again and they're just super happy, and it's like you just got to watch them in there, because on the same hand, it almost comes off as um it's like a toxic positivity, or what's the word, when psychotic. Okay, you have repentance, sorrow for what one has done or omitted to do, and then we have seed, a small grain from which a plant grows. I'm stuttering so much right now, I don't know why, but that prayer is really hitting something different. So energy here to stay in prayer. Like maybe watching someone go beyond your means, watching somebody spend more money than you have. They might not even have it, but they're willing to go broke for whatever this is that their life is. Their life is not necessarily a model. It's not meant for them to be copied, is what I'm getting. 15 could be significant for someone. 15 in the tarot is the devil card. Okay, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things hidden of the word. So maybe this person is speaking in rhythms and riddles that you don't understand, or they're moving too fast that you can't really keep up with them. That's what I'm getting from this energy. Like it's almost like something you want to grab a hold to and pull back, but without being in that position, you just let it go, let it release it, let it go, because it's going all over the place, and it's almost like an electron that's just meant to flow around you. Like you're at the center, whether they want to be and call you below, or they're below and call you above, side to side, wherever they are, they're all over the place. So I sent him therefore the more carefully, that when ye see him again, ye may rejoice, and that I may be the less sorrowful. I'm going to read that again. It says, where is it? I don't even know where it is. What? Yeah, I suppose it necessary, for he longed after you and was full of heaviness. All right, I'm going to read the one above it as well. It says, for indeed he was sick, nigh unto death, but God had mercy on him, and not on him only, but on me also, lest I should have sorrow upon sorrow. And we're talking about someone in a pity party, having a pity party, or a crybaby. I sent him therefore the more carefully, that when ye see him again, ye, and that I may be the less sorrowful. Maybe you're following someone, or you're around someone who sinks into a very deep, dark depression. That's really all I'm getting from that. And maybe someone's following you, and you have dark days, but they feel like if they go down with you, they'll go up with you. This sounds a little bit toxic, like someone is treating you like a drug. If this is your energy, or whoever this is you're dealing with, it's coming off like a drug. Like you want to experience those dark days so that you can experience the highs. You want to go low so you can experience the highs. I don't know what's going on with this stutter. I'm just going to let it be. It's like it's getting really intense right now. So let's see. Let's go with this deck first. Let's see. We just have some oracles to look at this energy. I don't even... What? Is this still Gemini? What? What am I... Hold on, y'all. You mean the world to this person, and they are missing you something terrible right now. Okay. I don't know where I was. Like, I feel like something just happened. Okay. It says, "For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power and of self-discipline." I just feel like I don't have no cards on the table, but I've been talking for a very long time. So I'm just like, what the heck was I just talking about? I feel like I just had like a blackout, or like um, like I was just somewhere that I wasn't. I feel like I just literally just appeared. I'm just like, am I reading right now? It's going to be a joy to look over this video. But I was Gemini reading. Gemini, this could be something you're going through, like shape shifting, maybe without your knowledge, or almost like shifting from one, like in your mind, to being in the present. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Or you could be going with God right now, following God to a place where, because that is the vibe I'm getting, like following Christ to hell and then following him to heaven. It does feel like a drug. It feels like I'm tripping right now off of this energy, because the lows and starting this reading, I'm going there. I'm not going to that low, but I feel like by following Christ is just part of the journey, that you go to a low that is not meant for you to be this sad, but it wasn't meant for you to be as happy as you're about to be, or experience as much joy and abundance as you're about to experience, because it's all Christ. It's all Christ's love and his glory. Then you have 9 of Wands here. Is a burden that you could be carrying. You're carrying someone else's burden, helping Jesus carry his cross for some people, because that did happen. He told us to pick up our own cross. But when it all played out, we end up helping him. Maybe some of y'all are saying, well, Jesus died for me. I don't have to pick up my cross. I don't have a cross to pick up. It's Jesus that's being crucified. You have James the Less. He gave them spiritual power and authority to drive out evil spirits. So this is coming up twice. That you don't have a spirit of timidity. You're not shy. You have a spirit of power. That was coming up with this stutter as well. Because I like to read a lot in the background, like on my own. And I don't have a stutter. In life, I don't stutter at all. But when I press record, a lot of times I do feel like I'm stuttering. That could come from shyness, because this is still a new channel. I'm still new. I'm still like hiding my face. So maybe some of y'all are going through that, like breaking out of your shyness and just not caring. Because to come from a dark place, you're around a lot of low-level energies that care about every little thing. Their feelings get hurt over everything, and they're constantly rebelling, retaliating, and attacking over the slightest little thing. I call it like cats. Like you're just stepping on a bunch of eggshells and cattails, and everybody's just so upset. But in this new place where you're going, none of that matters. You're not an advocate for the devil. Even if you went down to following Christ and you feel like you may be in purgatory, you are not an advocate for demons. So you don't care about nothing they have a problem with. And now you have a lot here coming up. I pitched my tent near Sodom. Yeah, you could be living in Sodom and Gomorrah right now, spiritually. And none of those people are going with you. None of those people are being saved at all. You don't even have to recognize them. Bubba. Now Bubba, as soon as I talk about cattails, she comes up a lot, but I have a cat. She's not human. I'm not putting her on any standard of being human. So anyway, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So you're going back to the beginning, back to the basics. Also, Gemini talks about communication. So this could have something to do with you trusting yourself, not doubting yourself. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Christ, when you feel like a burden is too heavy, even though, yeah, Christ is leaning on you in some cases, and that is just unbearable. You're going to fall straight to the ground when it comes to Christ leaning on you. But you leaning on Christ, he lifts you up light as a feather. So I'm feeling some emotions when it comes to that, because there was an energy. What reading was that with the King of Swords coming up multiple times? And I'm the more I saw it, the more I read it as Christ being the King of Swords, kind of like laying his heaviness on you, and the way he feels about the earth and the world and the state that it's in. Because God has, a lot of times when you listen to God, if he's criticizing someone, you have to listen to that. And it's not the devil in your ear, it's God's judgment. And sometimes it can make you angry, but that's another reading. I'm not sure which one that is, but it's all in this playlist, Crybaby and the Pity Party. So release resentments about money. Is this the same energy of someone being all over the place and following someone? Because that is what I got initially. And chasing someone, you don't need to chase this after this energy. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. And also with God speaking on things in your ear, you could feel like, yeah, like it's negative. But I'm hearing like to release that. Okay, so let's get to the cards. Release that energy. You can listen to God without feeling like you are God. If this is the situation you in, because there's some people you do reach a God-like state of mind, or someone could be feeling like you're resisting going down. I don't know. This energy is all over the place and it's really difficult to keep up with. Okay, so let's see. This is 10 of Candles. Is that burden right there? The 10 of Candles you see in the traditional tarot is someone with a whole bunch of sticks on their back, and this guy has those sticks on his back as well. And I'm talking about you carrying Christ's cross, or helping him carry his cross, is leading you to some frustrations that you may not feel like are really your own. Problems that you may not feel like are really your problems. But at the end of the day, you're going to be receiving an abundance that you may not feel like is your own, or receiving some notoriety or popularity that you don't feel like you necessarily deserve, but you went through the fire with God. And so that's why you're able to break through these boundaries. You have the fall of Jericho. Also, it's you and a whole team of people who are making waves right now. With the Hermit, I'm hearing like it's a whole population of people who are coming out of this hermit mode. People who were living in darkness are coming to the light, but they weren't in the darkness because they were depressed. They were back there listening to God, like sleeper cells, just waiting for the moment to shine. It's coming as a process. Putting these readings out as a series, and I'm uploading them into a playlist because it's a process. Like, it may start off like a depression and you feel depressed for no reason, but you have to work through the energy because you're following God. And then you have 3 of Feathers, because that depression might feel like it's unbearable. Yeah, it's what I'm getting is kind of like someone who's working out with Arnold Schwarzenegger or the Rock. It's like people are getting injured trying to keep up with this person because he's clearly on another level. If this is your energy, you could feel like people are. I don't really know how to read it in that way, because I feel like whoever this is, if people are following you and chasing you, you definitely want them to get better at life. It's not like an antagonistic thing. You don't feel like you're being harassed or stalked. You're definitely doing things to be followed. You want people to follow you. You know you're attractive. So I'm not reading into that vibe. I feel like that's a complete lie and just full of shit. If somebody is trying to act like they don't want you following them, they definitely do. That's a different energy. That's some devil energy. I don't even know where that's coming from. So let's move on. Okay, you have 3 of Fire here. Goals, expansion, and vision. Like, it's really important that you stay focused on your vision, because it's a narrow tunnel. having tunnel vision when it comes to this goal, because the way to God is straight and narrow. Everything else is irrelevant. Anything else is trying to, like, poke in and out of this situation. Even with the eons and electrons, I feel like you're in the center. I'm almost hearing self-centered. Christ could be the one in the center with the sun, God being the sun. Then you have creation and action. Here's your abundance. And here's 6 of earth, charity, generosity. Yeah, a lot of cards focusing on money right now without me being intentional about it. Because I do have money cards, so I could pull out some money cards as well. I completely forgot about my camera. Hold on. So I hit them way back here because I'm just like, I don't know if it's really authentic to just have a deck about money unless I'm doing only money readings. But you do have a lot of cards here talking about wealth. So let's just see what comes out. And maybe I'll do it that way. Like if we get a lot of pentacles and cards just like really want to talk about wealth, then we can talk about wealth. Because it's really not everything. Money is not everything. I don't know, for a moment I was really thinking like you can manifest anything. Why not just manifest money? But there's so much more in money. Okay. But let's see what wants to come out, what your focus should be on right now, because you have goals here, abundance, creativity, and expansion. Well, we have wealth visualization. Wealth visualization. So that's coming out. It says visualize your financial success, create a vision board, practice affirmations and abundance into your life. So we have goals and abundance coming out here. I feel like that's because you're headed towards basically rising up from the dead. Whoever's coming out of this hermit mode. Financial independence. You could have been dependent on somebody that you're being released right now from depending on them because you have your own aim for financial independence. Increase your income, reduce unnecessary expenses, and invest wisely to achieve the freedom to live on your terms. Yeah, it's like, where's your exit? Because coming out of this tunnel, you're pretty much at the end of your destination. You're reaching your goals. You're very close to reaching your goals. So now I feel like for some of y'all, you're going to be planning what to do next. And also having this experience, maybe even based on this experience, what comes next? Now that you've been through the dark, maybe you way of presenting yourself in the light. You have faith. Find holiness within. Or maybe not even needing the light, because the light is within. Like now, once you've been through the dark and you come out of this tunnel, now you don't even have to really focus too much on what you see, because everything you are is already within you. Like you have the billboards and the advertisements and people trying to get your attention. You don't even have to worry about that anymore. If anybody's advertising anything, it's you. Maybe starting your own business or understanding that side of things, the business side of things. So you have Page of Wands here. Definitely starting something new. Something you're passionate about. You have Moon in Aquarius. The Hanged Man. And maybe even going back to something that you might have disengaged from in the past. And having a new set of eyes to look over this. Maybe something you were studying. Maybe you Maybe you can look over something you studied in the past. If this is an education, a degree you might have in some area or field of study that you weren't using for a while, maybe going through this experience is giving you a fresh look at stuff you already understand and know. You can go back over things and maybe start to use your education in some way. That's what I'm hearing from for some people, but it feels like I don't really have too many cards out this time around, but that's all the energy that I have for this reading. If that's something you resonate with, like, share, subscribe, leaving a comment, let me know what part you were resonating with. You can join my members only, book a personal reading. You can subscribe to other links that I have posted in the description as well, if that's something you're interested in. But with that being said, I'm going to move over to the next reading.